is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling, prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great weekend. Always do your best, but don't overdo. Always do your best, but don't overdo. When you overdo, you deplete your body and you go against yourself. It will take longer to accomplish your goal. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 9, NASDAQ down 129, S&P's off 9.5, gold contract down $6.90, trading at $12.72 an ounce. Silver down 19 cents, $17.22 an ounce. Platinum up $3.50 at $9.41 an ounce. Copper up 3.5 pennies at $2.64 a pound. Light sweet crude up 17 cents, $45.81 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note down 3 ticks, 126.19. 30-year bond down 155.17. Both notes and bonds, folks, rejected lower price once again. Lighter volume. They get their ABC structure on the way up. You're talking about 128.20 on the 10-year. That's 2 points higher. You're talking about a 158 into the 30-year. That's 2.5 points higher. King dollar. King dollar's up 352 ticks at 97.250. King dollar hasn't been able to get through its downdraft from May. The euro's trading at 112 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 110.20 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. What do you have? Well, folks, what you had every indice go to a high this morning, and every indice give it up in spades. It's going to be a trip as we come into the close out here. You had the SPY get up to a new high of $245.01. You're at $242 right now. Bottom line, you can make the, case that, yeah, hey, listen, you're still where we started about 10 days ago, but bottom line, this is quite a sell-off. That's inside the SPY. We go take a look at the Dow, and if you look at the SPY, folks, the price spread that we've had thus far inside the futures has been 30 points. We go into the NDX, the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials got the new high today, 21,305. Right now, you're at 21,202. Now, the leader, folks, is the one who basically led us up, and guess what? It's leading down, and man, it's fast, it's furious, it's all of the above. So, you have the composite, got a new high today. The composite reached a high of 63.41. The bottom line, it's come down 204 points from that. Right now, we're down 120. Bottom line, you got a spread out there, which is pretty amazing. So we are back to where we were on May 15th, which is pretty intense. NDX 100 was even bigger. We take a look at the NDX 100. NDX 100 has gone from 58.97. The low today was 56.57. Right now, you're down 150 at 57.37. And this baby, okay, bottom line, which is pretty amazing, is that when we had that downdraft on the 17th of May, you know, that was a 2-day wonder, right? You were at 57.24, went down for 2 days. Well, actually, you only went down for 1 day. Then the following day, the 18th of May, you started out at the 55.69. It just rejected price and just shot all the way up. Well, bottom line, we're into that bar now. This baby wants lower price. You go into the small caps, same type of setup inside the small caps. Small caps out here just went from, the IWM went from 142.90. We're at 141.80.48. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract out here trading at a price point of $12.72. You've done 205,000 contracts. Bottom line, it's going into 257, and you get a contraction of volume from yesterday, which is good. I'd like to actually see this get inside before we get into the close of 1273.50. Notes and bonds, same setup, which is just amazing. Meaning it's rejected lower price once again, has lighter volume, is in a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. We got down to a price point today of 126.05. You are at 126. You're at 126.11. Bottom line, it's an ABC structure on the way up. 30-year, same type of setup. On the 30-year, 30-year right now got down to a price point of 153.19. You're at 154.05. That also wants higher price. Now, King Dollar. What do we have with King Dollar? What you have with King Dollar is this. King Dollar is trading 97.245. And it's right into, now King Dollar hasn't been able to get a bounce, period, which is pretty amazing, okay? That being said, guess what? A normal bounce would get you to 97.275. Well, guess what? We go to 97.470. It looks like it's going to close under the 97.275, which is the low of the 18th. You had light volume, 29,000, coming into 46,000. That's saying King Dollar also is going to lower price. And if you want to see how this whole thing shook out, if you go over to NVIDIA, NVIDIA was basically one of the culprits that started the whole baby south. NVIDIA hit a high out here this morning of 168. And this has been it's been flying. Well, it went from 168 down to 142. As that baby start unloading, guess what? Apple. That start unloading. Apple is down $6 right now. Apple is trading where it was trading out in May 2nd. Google followed suit. All the tech stocks followed suit, but the high flyers followed suit in a big way. Google just went from 1,005 down to 953. Right now, you're at 971. Amazon, same type of setup. Amazon went from a price point of 1,012 to 927, and I believe that we were wondering whether that 927 is real. When I looked at it, I think it is real. And what it was, folks, is that someone jammed the futures down dramatically, and every high-flying equity has that spike at the exact same time. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 14. Nasdaq's down 121. S&Ps are at 8.5. And if we go over to this S&P market for a second, you're gonna let's just take a look at it, because what you're gonna see here is this: you're gonna see a market that reached a high this morning at 11 o'clock, 24.45. Start making its way down pretty good at 12. Picked up big steam starting at like 1, 2 o'clock. Then what did it do? Bottom line, right before I got on the air, 10 minutes to 3, that's where it hit its low. It hit the low of 24.14. We're 10 points over that low. What I expect you're going to see here, folks, is that as we come into this close again, you're going to see more selling, because this is a good bounce. There's no 2 ways about that. Bottom line, that's what you get when you get fast markets like we have right now. We go over to Microsoft. What you're going to see is that as you come into this close out here, they're unloading all the high flyers in a huge way, and I suspect what you have there, that is going to be some large fund that just saying, that's it, I'm done. Bottom line, one starts it, guess what? The others are going to follow. Particularly on something like this, because Microsoft. So check this out. Microsoft, has been on a tear, no doubt. Well, Microsoft, bottom line, 6.5 hours, just gave back until April 28th. Now, what just happened is that Microsoft's in its lower range already. The next lower range would bring it down into 65. And that'd be, still not huge. It's just saying it's going from 72 to 65. Not the end of the world. Apple's going to be a huge problem. Apple right now, what you have with Apple is this. Apple's down $6. We're at 148, but Apple's screaming for 130. That baby's screaming for it. And what it just did out here today, it broke its swing of 149.71, blew it away with, well, we'll blow it away with volume. We got 48 million right now, almost 49 million versus 50. That sets up your next leg down somewhere into 138, and we'll see what ends up happening as we come in down to that level. What you also had happen out here inside of this downdraft today is that there's no fear. There's still no fear in the marketplace. If you want to see just how, you're going south, but guess what? The downtick, folks, today was only minus 855. That is not what makes markets turn around when you start going south. It's pretty incredible, actually, that the minus down tick is only a minus 8 to 900 versus a minus 1,1500. Some of the high volume stocks out here. Let's go take a look at them. Would you put this inside the S&P? You have NVIDIA's the big one, down $8. You get Apple down 6. You get Microsoft off 2. Facebook's down 4. You get Pfizer up 94 cents. You get Applied Materials down $2.50. Activision is off $2.50. SMHs, now if we take a look at the SMHs, this is pretty amazing. You know, the SMHs just gave back. This is pretty intense, man. So the SMHs just went from $89 to $86, and that just took back just about almost a month of trading. You know, they were trading at this price point on May 16th. You know, we go to the XLK because, of course, that was the high flyer also. XLK just did the same thing. The XLK just came into the last downdraft that we had of the 17th of May. We just went from 57.62 into this 55 area. And this setup, this is going to be pretty wild watching the setup, because what we had is that when we broke down, let me put the S&P up here for a second, because when we broke down on the 17th and 18th, that was an indication that the market wants to go south. Well, guess what? It didn't. It went up again. Now you have 3 different indications that this baby is going to, you know, basically let loose. You know, we'll see how this shakes out. You get the Fed next week. You know, you have a market that is still at highs. Where you have this deal out here today is that you got to a much higher high. All the indices did too. Then they come barreling off those highs, and they come barreling off those highs with some real volume. If we go over and take a look at Facebook, you're going to see Facebook the same thing. Facebook's been in a consolidation. It's come off the high with 28 million shares. It's broken the consolidation it's been in. That sets up, you know, a run down to the 144. You're at 149.86 right now. And the real kick is going to be, you know, what do we come in with volume today, and what type of selling's coming into the close. Right now, it looks like we're still only going to have about 900 million to 1 billion shares in the NYSE, which is not a huge amount, by the way. The NASDAQ composite, whole different animal. The composite is broken. The composite, we've already done 2.4 billion. I suspect what you're going to see in the composite is we're going to get into 3 billion shares. The composite had broken its downtrend on the 17th, and then it just ignored it and says, see you later. I'm a Teflon market. I'm going up. I don't care what's going on. And guess what? It just took it apart again, and took it apart in spades. And this is if you want to see a classic Bud Rolfs channel, and, you know, how you break it with conviction, wide price spread, you come back up, and then you test the inside of the vertical line. It's just, it's amazing. But bottom line, that's what it did. Hang up here 5 days, tested it again, and then said, see you, don't want to be you. Let's go over and we take a look at the silver market. There she is. Silver right now is down 1.1%. You're at $17.28. Okay, so we're down on 111,000 share contracts. That's still big contract volume. We got to 1723. Well, the good news for silver is that it didn't get to the swing. So your lowest swing here is 1706. Yeah, silver's going to need a bid. That's the bottom line. That's how that's shaking out. The dollar is still in a spot where it can definitely help the currencies. I mean, definitely help the metals. Because what you have with the dollar is that it's 97,245. This looks like it's, before we come into this close, it's going to try to go to 97,205. If you crack that, then it's wide open to basically get down Sunday night into this 96,945 once again. Let's go over and we take a look at Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs right now is up 282. Now, this is a classic, folks. We have the Fed meeting next week. The probability that they're going to go up in short-term rates is almost 100%. That being said, Goldman Sachs is in a confirmed ABC structure on the way down. It's a complex one, but bottom line is that first off, it topped out at 255. That top-out pattern was March 1st. We're trading 221. We've traded to a low of 209. When it broke down in April, that was the B2C of an ABC structure on the way down. Gets down to 213, has a price projection of 202, does a counter trend bounce to 229, comes back down again to 213, does another counter trend to 225, comes back down to 209. Guess what? This is a counter trend bounce and still wants to go to 202. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 57. You get the NASDAQ down 106. S&Ps are down 2.5. Let's go over to the Dow Industrials and see where this thing is shaking out. So you get the Dow at 21,237, and that's okay. So I'm going to put this on a weekly because I want to see where this weekly close would be. Okay, so if you get a close over 21,225. This is going to be interesting watching this one. 21,225. That's saying you can go higher. I suspect we're not going to close there, but bottom line, this is the type of volatility you get when you get a fast down market. If we go into the composite, we look at the composite. Yeah, the composite doesn't have a chance of doing it. The composite, That's still down $112. Let's go into the SPY. We'll put this on a weekly also. Let's see where we stand right now. So the SPY would need to close over 244.45. I don't see that. That would be up that'd have to go up $2 from where we are right now. And the NDX 100, the 3Qs, you talk about coming with some volume out of here. We've done 81 million in the 3Qs, folks, after making highs with 25 million and 15 million. The Qs right now, yeah, that's not even close. We're at 140.17. So thus far, what the Qs have done is this. You got to 138.11. And one of the benchmarks that you want to watch here is 139.64. Because what you're doing there is you're plowing into, that's a high volume week that we had out here. So we'll see how that shakes out as we do come into the close out here. We'll take a look at some of the Dow stocks out here. This is what you have inside, well, actually, here, inside the Dow Industrials. I'll bring up the leaders versus the laggards out here. So the leaders out here inside the Dow Industrials today, you have Goldman Sachs still putting 17 positive points into the Dow. Chevron putting 15 positive points. JP Morgan putting 12. IBM putting 9. Exxon putting 9. Taken away from it, Apple's the big mover. Apple taking away 43 points. Microsoft 14. Visa 11. Now remember, what happens in the Dow Industrials, folks, is that is a price-weighted index. So that the higher the price is, the more it can either put in as a positive or take out as a negative. And the highest one inside the Dow at this particular point is Goldman Sachs. That's trading at 221.36. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have? What you have is that the leaders out here, Tractor Supply, that's up 4.7%. Fastenal is up 2.8%. Alexa Pharmaceutical is up 2.3%. Taken away from it, NVIDIA. NVIDIA is down 7%. That's after being up about 5%. JD.com is down 6.4%. CLAC is down 6.3%. And Citrix is down 5.9%. So you get some heavy selling inside all those high flyers out there. If you'd like to test drive my gold report, folks, the way you do this, or my daily newsletter, if you want, you go over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go to newsletters. If you'd like to test drive the gold report, just go to investment newsletters. You can test drive the gold report 30 days absolutely free. If you'd like to test drive the daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks, as you go to TFNN, go to newsletters, then go to trading newsletters. You can test drive Market Insights for 2 weeks absolutely free. We go and we take a look at the, see how Walmart's faring in this deal. Yeah, that's interesting. So bottom line, Walmart hasn't moved. You know, Walmart's still sideways move, hanging at those highs out here. We take a look at the good old Macy's. Macy's had taken a big hit at the beginning of this week, and this thing is just in sad shape. Bottom line is that all our habits have changed, and you're going to see this. They got to change the whole business. That's the bottom line. You know, when you take a look at Macy's, Macy's has gone from $73 and down to 22 in 2 years. And this is not this doesn't look to me like it's stopping. You're talking about monster volume. You get a high volume low that's laying out here at $5, and that's exactly where it looks like it wants to go to, which is pretty intense. Let's go take a look at the platinum market now. What's intriguing out here today, folks, is this: is that they hit gold yesterday, they hit silver yesterday. Platinum, they hit yesterday, but guess what? Even when we get up this morning, bottom line, platinum was at higher price. So we take a look at this, and what you're going to see, there she is. You're building cars here. Platinum has rejected lower price out here today. We got to 935. You're trading at 942. And this is trading right into the strength from last Friday. The last Friday is a big benchmark in the metals, folks. And what has happened thus far, when you look at gold, platinum, or silver, They haven't broke that level yet. So that in itself is pretty positive. We go take a look at the XAU, the HUI. What you're going to see in the XAU out here, XAU is trading down $1. You're trading right back into the strength. So this is going to be, this is a decent setup. You know, we had gone up on 55 million shares. Now, the XAU, I don't get the volume until about 8 o'clock tonight. But even yesterday, you were going down to 39 million. I suspect that today is even less. So you're going to have a market that you went up on 55, back on, let's say, 35. That's a decent setup for higher price. We go to the Gold Bugs Index. We take a look at the Gold Bugs Index. Same type of setup inside the Gold Bugs Index. The HUI is trading at $197.03. That went topside. That had volume on the move. 42 million shares on the way up. Yesterday it did 28 on the way back. That's what you like to see. If we put this on a weekly basis, what you're going to see is that you're pushing into the last swing point, which was 203. And it looks to me like it's going to be close to see. 203 had 139 million shares. 30. Oh yeah, we could do that. We're at 116 million, not counting tonight. So that yeah, 16. Yeah, that's going to be a close call. But it's certainly pushing into the market, the last swing point with volume. In fact, let's do the GDX. So the GDX, this is a perfect one because we have the volumes. GDX is up at 97 million. You back down on 28 million. That's on the daily. We take a look at the weekly, and what you're going to see, oh, this is nice. I like it. So in the weekly, you're going into 258 million. High day was 23.67, and we've done 277. That's, you push to the swing point, you got the price, you got the volume, that thing will be right back topside once again. Now, it's going to be intriguing to see exactly how we handle, the market handles, coming into the Fed meeting next week. Bottom line is that the Fed has a 2-day meeting. They will come out with their announcement on the 14th at 2 o'clock. Right now, there's a 97.8% chance that they are going to, bottom line, you know, go up on short-term rates, 25 basis points. You stay right there, folks. We come right back. Dow Industrials right now. Where are you, Dow? Dow's up 43. NASDAQ is down 122. S&Ps are off 5.5. We're going to be coming right back with our man Mike from Somerville.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2019, 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 33. You get the Nasdaq down 134. The NDX, folks, is down 165. Welcome to the tech wreck, no doubt. Let's go to our man Mike in Somerville. What's going on, brother?
Hey, Tommy, I had to give you a small cap trade to watch for Friday afternoon.
That's a beautiful thing, man. I think you got it, right?
I might have salvaged my week on Friday. Listen,
that's a true trader, man. You know, when you sent those across to me, man, that's, you know, the bottom line, folks, is that when you're trading, you know, this market here, you know, Mike was selling it, I was selling. The bottom line, you make sure you get defined risk. Guess what? You know, yeah.
Tom, I wanted you to notice the time on the gold trade because it was 10:57 or something. So obviously I was listening to your show when I put that one on, right?
Okay.
I was going long gold, buddy. I just wanted you to notice the time, brother. So
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hey, every time I push the button, I got to take the credit, but I was listening to my man Tom O'Brien when I pushed it. That's all I want to tell you.
Man. Hey, we'll see. What binary? You have a binary on the small cap. What you're in the money because it's above 14.18, right? What was it?
It was 14. It was 14.26, and I did that one at 13.38 today, and it was just one. It was one, but it was a risky one because it was I think I was going to lose 59.
Yeah, $56 you paid for it, right? I think.
Yeah. So whatever. You know what, buddy? It went. It went.
No,
you know what?
Man, it not only went, man. It went pretty intense. There's no doubt about that.
I just like to keep you with Tommy because I know you guys are good. So I just wanted to. I like to send them out to you once. But we won't talk about the other two that I got going.
Okay, man. Well, listen.
You know what it is, Tom? Remember the guys that used to go to the track? They went every night, but they only told you about their winners. Remember them?
Yeah.
All right. Look, have a good weekend, buddy.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And as we come into this close, so you get 15 minutes. Bottom line, folks, is that we got ourselves a market here. That's the bottom line. And when I say we got a market, folks, the bottom line is that what you have here is that you had the techs lead us up in a huge way, no doubt. Bottom line, and you know, you never know when the button just gets pulled and what makes it happen. In this particular case here, it seems that it was NVIDIA first that just started. Once NVIDIA started, Apple followed suit, Microsoft followed suit, Amazon followed suit, and Google followed suit. It was like, whoa. I mean, you talk about a fast and furious deal. And what was surprising, the surprising part, I thought, was the Microsoft, but it all came at the same time. So what that's telling me, now, and this is where this goes, folks. This is where this gets interesting. So what happens is, more than likely, it was a large tech fund that decided they're going to sell, okay? Because that's where this whole thing started. Now, when that happens, this is where the ETF structures are important to really understand. And I'm talking about just even the one-to-one leverage. What you have is this. So if we bring up the QQQ, what happens? Let's picture that. Let's say it did start with NVIDIA. It was hard to tell because everything was happening fast, but it looks like it was NVIDIA that started it. As the market, as NVIDIA gets sold, then Microsoft gets sold, then Apple gets sold. What happens then is that the sponsor of the QQQ has to sell. Well, as the sponsor of the QQQ sells, immediately what happens then? As the QQQ sells, folks, they in turn have to sell every single stock in the NDX. As every single stock gets sold in the NDX, what happens? People say, what the heck just happened to my stock? They sell the stock. What happens then? It goes back to the NDX 100 again. This is the deal that you never know when that acceleration starts happening. What's important, really important, is to understand technically how it works so that you can understand how downdrafts like this can actually happen. Let's go over and take a look at, see who has the biggest ownership. That's a great idea. I mean, David White was saying this as to inside a few of these high flyers. So if we go back inside Apple, yeah, you're going to see so this gets even more interesting. So this is what ends up happening. Vanguard, which is mutual fund, BlackRock, State Street, all those three right there, that's all ETFs. And they're the largest owners, and bottom line, when we bring this up tomorrow, you're going to see there's going to be huge sells in these. BlackRock, let's see. Yeah, they'll have to put that in there because well, maybe they won't because they're ETFs. The last filing was the 31st. Fidelity's one of the largest owners out there. Berkshire Hathaway is one of the largest owners. Let me just put something up here for a second. I'll show you something with Amazon because this is one of Tiger's found the Amazon trade. Now, there was 90,000 shares of Amazon sold at the lows, at 927. That was a block, okay? That was an $83 million trade. I suspect what you had is this. This is how these things shake out. When you do a block trade on the NYSE, what happens is that picture on one side you get bids and the other side you get offers, right? They more than likely had to go down that far, folks, in order to get out of 90,000 shares, and they wanted out right then and there. And I'll show you this, because when that simultaneously happened, Google went down, Amazon went down, Google went down, Facebook went down, Microsoft went down. So I suspect that that's what that was. That was all bids that are into the market, and guess what? They wanted out, they sold it all the way down. Now we're going to be right back down there. The bottom line is that, yeah, that looks like a bad tick. Well, guess what? That's not a bad tick. That was someone getting out. They wanted their 83 million bucks. They decided, okay, you can buy the dip on this one. I'm out. I got it, and that's it. Now, what you could have had happen also is this. Now, this is where this gets really cool. If you know that you're selling, let's picture if I'm an operator, and I know that I'm not necessarily controlling the whole stock, but I have big positions. If that was me and I was doing that, and you're working for a big firm, what you would do is this. Right before you do it, you would turn around and buy more puts inside the NDX 100, because you'd know that what that trade is going to do. And simultaneously, what do? You're selling the equity all the way down. The puts that you just bought are covering you on the other side. And as you do that, as you've already bought the puts, then you fire off the trade selling the stock. And before you fire off the trade selling the stock, you already have a buyback in for the puts on the other side. That's how you do that trade. And what would end up happening is that you knew simultaneously, because I'll show you, it tanked everything. It just didn't tank Amazon. The trade was the trade on Amazon. However, that simultaneously just took everything, and it took everything because you got to remember, I'm going to go right back to the aspect of the ETF structure and the Qs, how they operate, and it's not humans in front of these anymore, folks, especially with the Qs and the diamonds. This is machines going, okay? They know exactly, that goes down, this goes down, they're going to sell that many. So they knew that as they sold that, The sponsor of the Qs would have to sell that. That's why you see all these spikes that are that much lower. And bottom line, you can expect more of it. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We come right back. Dow Industrials right now are up 66. Nasdaq's down 131. S&Ps are down 4. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 63. You get the Nasdaq down 128. S&Ps are off 3.5. And if we do go over to the Dow and we take a look at the number on the Dow, I believe this is over this number. So this is going to get really interesting. So, yeah, 21,225. You're over that number. So bottom line is that, yeah, the Dow could go higher next week. I doubt it. I doubt it's going to. The reason being is this Nasdaq come down so hard, folks. Bottom line is that all of these indices, so picture this, this is so hard to do. You know, you have one indice try to catch up with another indice, try to catch up with another indice. What we had out here today is that each indice got to a higher high. And that happened when Tommy and I were on the air this morning with Darryl. They all got to new highs at approximately 11:15. Guess what? The selling started. Fast, furious, inside the NDX 100, particularly in the NASDAQ Composite. You had it in spades. The NASDAQ Composite right now is down 1.9%. When you get something like that that comes across the tape, and we've had no doubt the Teflon market. Bottom line, the Qs led the charge on the way up. You know, the Qs, when you take a look at this, December 30th, the Qs are at 119. They hit 143 out here today. The number to keep your eye on, and this is where this is going to get really wild, is this, folks. I'm going to go over to the S&P for a second, because we talked about this before. So the cash S&P, what has happened is that the cash S&P is at 24.25. We bring this back, and what you're going to see, this is intense. So on election night, you were at 2,083 to 2,133. That's where this baby can go back to, folks. That's. I know that sounds insane, but bottom line is that what you have already had is that you've had the bond market already get back to where it was November 9th. You had the currency market almost get there. So your debt market and your currency market have given everything back from the November 9th election night rally. The equity market hasn't even got close to that. The thing that's absolutely amazing is that we not only haven't got close to it, we're so far away from it. And, you know, when you look at that, it's like, man, there's no way it can come back to that. Well, after you look at one day inside the NDX 100, you can see that it doesn't take much. You know, the NDX 100, the low of the NDX 100 today got us back to May 5th in 6 hours. You know, 6 hours, 1 month. So bottom line, you can see how this thing shakes out. And a lot of this has to do with when a momentum break has happened. And that's what's happened inside the large caps right now. The large cap tech stocks. It's a momentum break. Momentum, you make money every single day. You wake up in the morning, every stock is up $2, $2, $2, and all of a sudden, the next thing you know, guess what? In 6 hours, 1 month has gone down the tubes. And if folks weren't on a margin, that wouldn't be bad. What happens is that the momentum has been so great, and the amount of money has been so great that the margin is very high out here right now. So what ends up happening is that, you know, if we go take a look at the Qs, what ends up happening here is that you can see the aspect of how you can margin up an account. You know, if we go back 6 months, you know, the Qs were at $119. Well, guess what? Bottom line, you get up to 130, you can lay more on. You get up to 140, you can lay more on. And guess what? All the market has to do is come down 2%. Bang, you're in a losing position. Pretty intense. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. Look forward to speaking right back here Monday morning, 9 o'clock.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.